Hey guys, it's Boston All Basics here back at you with another video. Oh my, this is going to be fun. Very, very interesting. Now, for those of you who know me in real life, I've told people that I'm going to be making a video tonight. People are going to be like, what's it about? And I said, you'll see. I'm going to do a top 14 list of a show. And oh my god, this show was there's 3 seasons of it. It's on Animal Planet. And it's got to deal with cryptids. Cryptid zoology. The show was called Lost Tapes. And if you know what this show is, then you're in for a treat. Oh my god, just thinking about it, I'm already getting, visions of the amount of hell that I went through. I watched all of these episodes, but oh man, this show scared the piss out of me. I cannot, I had a hard time sleeping after watching some of these episodes, especially number one. I'll get to that here shortly. Basically, Lost Tapes was a thriller horror docudrama television series. It was based on true events. Which, to be fair, the show is fake, but there's a couple things that are actually real. A couple cryptids that are actually real. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. But boy, oh boy, this show, I had a hard time watching. Honestly, I had a very hard time watching. Yeah, there were some episodes that were meh, but oh my lord, this was terrifying. It's become one of my favorite shows of all time. So, with that out of the way, I'm going to list the top 14 scariest Lost Tapes episodes. Now, this is my own personal opinion. If you guys disagree, it's completely fine. You don't have to agree. But if you have watched this show, you know that you have seen this show. And if you have, tell me which one is one of your favorites. But with that out of the way, let's count down my top 14 scariest Lost Tapes episodes. Number 14, Death Raptor, or aka the Owlman. You're probably thinking that's not scary. I was going to say there's a couple of these that aren't scary, but they're eerie. Scary doesn't mean it's going to jump at you. It's not about brutal violence. It's not about, the creature just showing up all over the place. Scary can be eerie. It could be violent, or it could just be jump at you. But a couple of these aren't really that. You don't see the Death Raptor, spoilers, but you sometimes, and this is what season 1 did really good, it's mind over matter. You're imagining what the animal is in your head. And some of the images are very, very spoopy. And man, this is a prime example of it. It's not scary by any stretch of the imagination, but it is eerie, so I gotta put it where it is. Number 13, Skinwalker. This is one of my personal favorite episodes. Because the Skinwalker is a Native American legend. And basically, I just love it. It's one of my personal favorite episodes. It's about, there's gonna be some spoilers, I'm sorry, but, hey, there's gonna be spoilers when they're doing the TV, review series. So, this guy was, returning to his home at the Skinwalker Ranch, which basically, I think it's in Arizona or something like that. Oh, it's in Utah. Never mind. And basically, he's joined his father to check on a sheep that's about to give birth. They've been experiencing some coyote problems, and basically, what a skinwalker is, it's a creature. It could turn into a woman, it could turn into like an animal, or it could turn into like it's a shape shifting beast basically. And that's what's really interesting. They played this episode very, very well. I thought the images were creepy. The ending was eerie with the Indian woman getting hit and a coyote runs off. They find the baby sheep. That was creepy. I got creeped out after that. And I just love this episode. It's personally one of my favorites, and it comes in at number 13. Number 11, Kraken. Now, this one I found very interesting. It's a squid, and you were either thinking it gets swallowed up by its hull or it gets crushed to death with its massive tentacles. Though, I was just about to say something. You don't see anybody die, spoilers, except like you see like the bodies getting dragged and all that stuff. Literally don't see the animal until the very end where the camera guy gets, wrapped around by a tentacle and he basically dies, and that's how the family ends. Very interesting. It's very eerie. They work up the Kraken very well, actually. I just love it. Very, very good. It's personally one of the best water episodes, I guess you could say, because the water episodes are just terrible. Freaking, it's just bad. If you go, no, never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that because I might like spoil a few things. But yeah, this episode was good, and it's one of the best like water episodes. Number 10, Yeti. This is brutal. This is a violent episode. And there's a couple of these that are on this list, but it is not the most violent. The Yeti is just terrifying. He basically just, the Yeti, just bloody. He rips a guy apart. Guy's arm gets ripped off. And then the controversial ending where two people are trying to get out and the door's locked, and then a security guard comes out of nowhere and he couldn't find the keys, and then he's like, whoa, what is that? He runs away, and then the Yeti eats him. I'm like, oh, come on, man. And that is not the only episode that's going to have a controversial ending. There's one scarier Bigfoot on this episode, let me mind you. So yeah, that kind of ticked me off a little bit. But man, this episode was just brutal in a way. How many deaths were there? I don't really know. I think there was like 4 deaths in this, apparently. But man, just... oh my god, this thing was just violent. Holy crap. So yeah, number 10 goes to Yeti. Oh wait, was that number... wait, yeah, it is number 10, I'm sorry. Number 9, Werewolf. It's either this one, or I believe... the vampire episode was the first one I watched. I think this was the first episode I watched. And I watched the episode, and I watched the vampire episode. Vampires look like werewolves, and a werewolf looks like a vampire. People were saying she was transformation stages. I don't know about that, Chief. Yeah, I do not know about that. It does not look like, that does not look like a werewolf. That looks like a vampire. But It's just an eerie episode, and it talks about serial killers, and it's gonna get like a Five Nights at Freddy's vibe because it's based around serial killers. I can't say words fast sometimes. But yeah, this episode was just flat out terrifying. Like, the one girl that there's tension building. It's just, oh, the way the last guy died was just scary. That is terrifying. So yeah, number 9 goes to werewolf. Number 8, Strigoi vampire. Oh, okay. Oh, oh my god, this episode was freaky as hell. Oh boy. Strigoi vampire. Holy Christ. I'll say one thing. Lost Tapes, you did a good job on both of your vampire episodes. Strigoi and then the vampire. I'm putting Strigoi here. Why? Oh my god. I'm already getting flashbacks from it. The intro is just flat out just creepy. And the one scene where, again, spoiler, but you can see the whole episode if you want. The one guy where he's getting checked on, the doctor's finding tranquilizer in his mouth, and the Strigoi, the guy turns into a Strigoi vampire, and this thing's literally unbeatable. Shape-shifting abilities, it's got amazing strength, and it moves, it's got, like, Sonic the Hedgehog speed. Man, this one is just all over the place, and oh my god, every time the Strigoi pops up, I literally jump. It was terrifying. The way the ending was just flat out terrifying. Yeah, this is just, oh my god, just, I don't want to talk about it anymore because I'm getting freaked out by it. But man, Strigoi Vampire, it comes in at number 8. Number 7, Dover Demon. Oh boy. This one got to me. I'll say one thing. The intro is badass. The intro makes this thing so much cooler than it actually is. Dover Demon doesn't look like the actual Dover Demon. Just looks like an alien, basically. But, man, this one is just... Oh my god. So, basically, these people are going out, and they're making a fake Dover Demon video. It turns out that there's a real Dover Demon. And oh my god. The one scene where the guy's on night vision and you see him, the demon behind him, I'm just like, oh no. Oh my god, I got freaked out by it. And you literally don't see anybody die, the bodies are dragged, and oh my lord, this is just freaky. Oh, some of these episodes, as I'm counting down, it's gonna get pretty freaking terrifying. So yeah, number 7 goes to the Dover Demon. Number 6. Oh god. Number Jersey Devil. Oh my lord. This thing is literally a flying bus. This thing is so gigantic. Oh crap. This thing is gigantic. Literally, if you just look up the Jersey Devil, that thing looks like a flying bus, basically. So basically, it's the symbolism in the number 13. Like, when they enter the house, Basically, it's satanic. It lives, and then the family had a dog, and then the dog died, and I got sad because of that. And then the one scene, Jersey Devil kicks down the door, and the kids are hiding. And then it's so horror movie cliche. The one teenage girl had her phone going off, and the Jersey Devil appears in full camera and roars, and holy Christ, that is terrifying. If you look up the image for the the Jersey Devil episode, it literally looks like a goat. It looks like a goat head, but like a scarier version of that. Oh my god, that scared me. I'm literally like shaking right now. Like I'm like looking behind me. And man, oh man, that is just no. No, I'm done. I'm seriously done. So, number 5, it is brutal. Number 5, Southern Sasquatch, or aka the Falcon Monster. This is the most violent Bigfoot episode I have ever seen, and you could fight me on that. You could say that the Yeti is violent, and well, Bigfoot was a little bit violent. Swamp Creature, that was nothing. Southern Sasquatch is just the first guy gets knocked is just no. And then the way the second guy gets knocked off, he basically gets slapped, and then he gets dragged and he gets mauled to death. And then this is another controversial episode, or a controversial ending. And then one guy that survives, or the one guy that's running, ladder gets ripped off as he's going through the tree stand, and he's yelling for help, and then the creature, and then the Sasquatch just kills him. That is brutal. That is flat out brutal. Man, oh man, that is by far the most violent Bigfoot episode I have ever seen. Hands down. There's no denying that. Number 4, Poltergeist. I am afraid of ghosts. Yes, I am a ghost. One is... oh my god. Oh my god. For some reason, the intro to this episode had to be silent. The way that these people die is just terrifying. And the way the last guy that died, that's just gruesome. Oh my lord. I literally cannot with this episode. This one has scarred me a little bit, but not as much as number 1. Number 1 will scar me forever. But yeah, number 4 goes to Poltergeist. Number 3. Number 3 is by far the most violent, savage, and flat brutal episode in Lost Tapes history. If you watch the show, you know that this is most brutal. Number 3, Devil Monkey. What else do you want me to say? These things do look fakey. But my god, the way that these people get knocked. I had a hard time watching this. I seriously did. I had a hard time watching this. Man, oh man. These people are just ripped to shreds. There's literally nothing left of these people. It can literally go through a whole force of police that have entered the bathrooms that are like 40 feet from them. It is terrifying. Just, and you can see a close up of it, and it is. Ooh, these things are huge, by the way. They're just flat out huge. But man, oh man, this episode really got to me, and I can't say anything else that has been said about it. Number 3, Devil Monkey. Number 2. Some of you might hate me for this, but I honestly don't care. Number 2, Wendigo the American Cannibal, or just the Wendigo. This is pretty realistic. Also, Poltergeist is as well. Wendigo, yes, it's violent. Yes, it's realistic. I was creeped out by it. I wasn't very much scared. It's overrated in my opinion, but hey, I gotta give credit where it's due. This is pretty violent. That's all I gotta say, really. It's scary. It is pretty creepy. Somebody turned into a cannibal with like some type of like psychosis or something, because yeah, you're on a camping trip and you're basically isolated, and if you get lost. Yeah. This one was just flat out terrifying. But not as terrifying as number 1. Number 1, Vampire. Oh my god, I can't with this episode. I cannot watch this episode. I literally cannot. Oh my god. This is not the vampires we all know and love. These things are terrifying. Lord, I remember watching this episode, and I think I was 8 at the time. And I was watching Clifford at the time. Clifford the Big Red Dog. I think it was the big movie or something. And I kept flipping the channels back and forth because I was getting bored. I could not watch it. I only saw like parts of it. I watched the full thing. Nope. I'm done. I'm done. No. The one scene where the guy is, or the exterminator, he's like looking at all these nests. And then one of them peeks out. That was just flat out terrifying. And before that, the one scene where the kid is sleeping and one of them appears out of the closet and takes his stuffed dog. Oh my lord. I could not with that, but that was not the worst. Another scene, or I just can't. I literally cannot. The one scene where the kid goes down to see if he can find the exterminator, and then the vampire's chasing him, and he's surrounded by him. No. Nope. That's why I'm terrified of basements. I can't. I am petrified by this episode. This episode has scarred me. Some of the other episodes I will watch. This one I can't. That's how bad it was. This is how bad. This is how bad this episode scared me. This has left a mental scar on me. After watching this episode like length, I couldn't sleep. I literally had to look at my closet every time I watched this episode. That's how terrifying it was. So yeah, Vampire, it's just flat out terrifying. I recommend you watch the show, especially watch the episodes I listed, because it's a very good show. Some episodes are meh. For the most part, this is a very, very good show. Now, there's probably rumors about making a fourth season, which I hope they do, but I don't think they will. But besides that, I am Boss Sam Lope 86, and I'll catch you guys next time. And FYI, don't be looking for an exterminator that got killed. I'm just saying. Bye.